Hey everyone, it's James from FunFoods, and today I'm going to show you how to make this perfect appetizer. Just meatballs, cheese, and croissants is all you need, and keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make these. Now to make these you want to start off with some meatballs. I'm using this brand of meatballs. These are pre-cooked meatballs, and if you want to make them and you don't want to use pre-cooked ones, you can make them yourself. You don't need to preheat them the way I'm going to do it right now. I'm just going to take these, put it on a baking sheet, and just space them out just so they're not touching. I'm going to stick it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 minutes just to get them nice and soft and partially cooked. Next, what we want to do is take this is actually a mini cupcake pan or tray, whatever you want to call it. I just want to take this and I'm going to take some cooking spray and I'm going to spray it just to make it easier so these things will come out. Now just take this, set this aside. So next I'm taking these are crescent rolls. These are the ones with the seams in it. It will be easier if you do the ones without the seams, but it'll work just fine. Okay, they're rolled out now. What we want to do is, because our pan is about 1 inch by 1 inch, we're just going to make squares about that size. And it can be a little bigger, that's fine. So we're just going to measure out about 1 inch. Slightly more than that, and cut this. And take this, each one, and cut in half. Now there's one square, and this will be another square. I'm just going to set these right here. Now let's take our pan and take one of these squares. You can just set it in the pan just like so. And that's it. We're going to do that with each of these until we fill it up. So after about 8 minutes, I just pull them out of the oven, and they're not hot or anything, but they're softer because they were frozen before. Okay, so now let's go ahead and switch spots here. So what I'll do here is I'm going to take one of the little meatballs and simply just set it right inside there. And you'll see it's perfect for this little size. Set it in there and leave it. Do that with the others. Okay, now we're just going to sit this in that oven and we're going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes or so. Okay, so now while our meatballs are in the oven cooking, what I'm going to do right now is prepare the cheese that we're going to put on top. I have here some Colby Jack cheese, and I want to cut it kind of thick, about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch. So if I have the cheese about this thick, I can then cut it in half. So each square will be about that thick. So if I do that all the way through, I'll get enough to cover all my meatballs. So now what we can do is take these cheese that we just cut up and we can start preparing them to get them ready to put onto the meatballs as soon as they come out of the oven. I just have toothpicks here. These are just regular cocktail toothpicks. Stick it right through the center of it. And I just go straight down to there, and you don't have to go through it right now. Set it aside and we'll do that for the rest of these, and when our meatballs come out of the oven, we'll be all prepared for them. Okay, our meatballs are out of the oven now. It's been about 10 minutes in there. You can see they start to get a little brown around the edges, which is perfect. That's what we want. Now I'm just going to take my cheese with the toothpick and simply push it through the meatball, just like so. Get it in there really good, leave it, and we'll move on to the next one. And when they're all covered up, we're just going to take this back and put it in the oven again for another couple minutes. Now, these look great. Look at these with the cheese bubbling over. They're just perfect. So now we're just going to pop these out of their holders and put it on a plate. Now, they came out really easy. I like that. Well guys, now it comes to the best part of every video, and that's the taste test part, and these are awesome. You can see how golden brown they are on the outside, and the cheese just melts perfectly. Now you can eat them just like this, or you can dip them into a sauce, whichever way you want. I'm gonna dip it in the sauce here a little bit. These are amazing. You have to try them out. They're really good, and it's perfect for a party appetizer because people can just grab the stick, dip it in the sauce, and be gone. Well, thanks everyone for watching and see how to make these little meatball appetizers with cheese and croissants. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button. Also hit that big red subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. You get new videos every week. Be sure to check out some of the videos I have off to the side. I think you may enjoy those as well. And if you decide to make these for yourself, please share it with me on any of my social media sites. You can find me at FunFoods YT and just tag me in that, and I'd love to see how you make these. So until then guys, I will see you next week.